that we need more. There is never enough good energies in the world. So his belief was we always need more good energies, the abundance of it, right? So having the teachings in place and always knowing that you're the best energy ever through your spirit, right? How did we as children get to understand this value system, right? And I was just explaining to Gemma that we understood it by our weekly assignments. As children, we'd come together with the elder, and we would have what we call, today they call it the bowl of light. We had what's called the basket, a basket, okay, a small basket, a basket that was woven for you by these leaves that you're working with right now, in fact. These leaves became the basket of light. So the mana was in these leaves also, the basket of light. And what would happen is that an elder, usually a grandmother or grandfather, would, at the birth of the child, would weave a basket for this child to have. The pono basket is what we called it. Yeah. And the child would have this basket, and that as the child grew, the child, when that thought of reasoning began to happen, okay, we would have this basket, and this basket was to help the child know what is pono, the rightness of things, and what may not be the rightness of things, okay? So, for me, I was such an inquisitive child. I was the kind of child that if you said, no, you can't have this, or no, this isn't there, or whatever, I would go find a yes, always. Always, always, as far as I was concerned, there was a yes. Behind every no meant really a yes. That's how I translated it. The aloha is the aloha, you know? So anyway, a grandfather would have us take our baskets, and during the week, you know, if we did, you know, anything that, like, say, you know, kind of not aloha, then you had to put a rock, a pohaku, in your basket. Okay? Now, this type of basket had what we call windows in it. So it was loosely weaved to where you could see light come through it. Okay? And that represented it. The basket represented your heart space. And then the light is, you know, that of your spirit always coming through the heart space. Now, as a child, you soon learn that if you had a lot of non-aloha things, which meant you'd have to put rocks in your basket, pretty soon it would block out the light. And so as children, we learned that if we had rocks in our basket, it would block out the light until we were able to release it, release the rocks out of the basket. Okay? So how you did this was Grandpa would gather the kids around him, and he would look at you and he'd say, okay, so do you want to go first? What is it that you have in your basket, you know? Well, some of my cousins had 3, maybe 2. I had so many, I tried to cover it over all the time, you know. And then he'd say, okay, and he'd go through everybody, and oh, so-and-so, you know, threw the cat into the ocean, or whatever, you know. That was not aloha. So, okay, you had that rock put in there, okay? You had to be on your own value system, your own honest system. And so you put the rock in. Okay? And then at the end of the week, you had to tell what that rock was. What did it represent? And did you learn anything from it? And if so, what was it? Well, I learned not to get caught when I threw a cat in the water. No. You know, what else is better than that? You know, things like that, that you would have to, you know, you would have to say out loud to everyone that's in the circle. So as a child, you learned very early that if you wanted to keep your spirit with your light, then you had to only do aloha things. You couldn't keep putting rocks in your basket, because that would block out the light, which meant your spirit greatness. Okay? So that's how we would do it. That answers your question, doesn't it, Jeff? This is not about faults, blames, none of that. Okay? There is, I'm not saying that forgiveness, I'm sorry, etc., doesn't have merit. Yes, it does. It has merit. Okay? But this is not the dynamic for it. This is not the program for that. This program is about remembering your divineness. Remembering your divineness and the truth of who you truly are. This is what this is about. Now, should you decide that you should have, that there should be a system for you that speaks about the forgiveness and the wrongs, because, you know, there has to be a wrong in order to do the forgiveness, okay? So therefore, there has to be a system or a belief system, if you will, a program that, you know, carries that forgiveness. Okay? Well, I'm sure you know about as well as I do that there is several systems, lots of them, in fact, in the world, that the choices are many, so you'll never run out of a system on forgiveness or wrongs or faults or things. All I'm saying is it doesn't belong in this program. This program was not put or engineered for that. Okay? This program is about reminding you who you truly are, and then to help you to experience evidence of your truth, of your beingness. How does a day look like? How does a day look like? A full-on day looks like for one who follows this program. How do you think a day looks like for one who follows the program?
I love that.
I can tell you in 2 words, damn good. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's like it's like Christmas, I guess you could say, without the bands and whistles and all of that, because all of that is already in place. It's like it's already internal. So, you know, you don't need that kind of evidence of any of that. But what we do find is that we sort of stumble. We sort of stumble upon the evidence. And I do. Lucky there's a 2 of an adult. Never lose the basket. Be sure you have the basket handy, just in case, if you feel that you might need to have it. Hopefully you don't. But if in case that you do, then the custom was that if you do, you would sit with an elder and you would let the elder know that you're going to go into ho'oponopono. You're going to pono something, maybe something that's been an issue for you for a while, and you want to bring aloha, bring the light back in again. Okay? Then you would want to sit with an elder and discuss it. and bring it forward. Or you'd want to do it through prayer or chanting or some meditative, something that had to do with healing. And you'd want to always, always call in. Some people call it your higher self. Okay, you'd want to call that in, or you'd want to call, an angel, or whatever it is to help you with that. You'd want to do it. You'd want to always call on a higher power. Because remember now, spirit is always, always, always with you, always the same, always for your best interests, always. It's the humanness that what we say sometimes is human makes mistakes, spirit doesn't.